Very good morning to everyone. So I'm audible or not? Please confirm. Thanks everyone. So in this session, I'm going to discuss DXC test 6 numerical section. Yeah, see the first question. So this question related to sorry. So this question related to ratio and proportion. Yes, what is given here? So how many trophies were distributed in total among Ankit, Anikit and Arjun in the ratio 2:3:7 if Anikit receives 84 trophies in total? So you have to calculate the total trophies received by all the three persons. The ratio is given. So what is the ratio is given here? So 3:7. So Anikit and Arjun. So 2:3:7. So if Anikit receives 84 trophies. So if Anikit receives 84 trophies, then what is the total number of trophies received by all the three persons? Very simple question. See, according to ratio, so Anikit receives 3 pots, and according to value, so Anikit receives 84 pots. So 3 pots is equal to 84 means, so then 1 pot is equal to, so 84 by 3, so that is equal to 28. Okay. See, according to ratio, all the 3% received by how many pots here? So 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 7, 12. So they are receiving 12 pots. So you know 1 pot is equal to 28 means then 12 pots value is equal to, so 28 into 12. Yeah, so 12 into 8, 96. So if you observe the options, unit is only having one option, 6 having only one option. So you have to go for directly option D. Otherwise, if you calculate the 28 into 12 value, so you will get the 336. Okay. So if all the 3 persons received by the trophies, that is 336. So one person, so all 3 persons ratio is given. Out of 3 persons, 1 person value also given. So equal that person ratio and value and find out the 1 part value and substitute that 1 part value in the total. You will get the total trophies received by all the 3 persons. So moving to the next question. So this question interest topic. So simple interest. So yesterday also I told to you if nothing is mentioned, so do that question in simple interest. So given that the interest is only earned on the principal, so if an investment of rupees 1000, so amounts to rupees 1440 in 2 years. So you are invested 1000 rupees, okay, and that becomes 1440 in how many years? 2 years. Then what is asking? So what is the rate of interest earned? So they are asking the R value. So you know I is equal to PTR by 100. From that R is equal to, so 100 into I by PT. So what is the I value here? So amount is there, so principal is there. So amount minus principal, then you will get the interest. So that is equal to how much? So 1440 minus 1000 means 440. So substitute values in this formula. So 100 into 440, and what is the principal here? So 1000 is the principal. And what is the time period? So time period is equal to 2 years. So here 2 zeros and 1 0, 3 zeros and 3 zeros get cancelled. So 44 by 2 is nothing but 22%. So what is the rate of interest means? 22%. You can calculate directly this type of questions. So you know R is always calculated on the principal. So rate is always calculated on principal. Also rate is always per annum. Rate is always per annum. Okay. Yeah. See here, what is the interest? So interest is equal to 440 for how many years? So 2 years. Rate is always you have to calculate the per year only. So for 2 years, 440 means then what is the 1 year interest here? So 1 year is equal to 220 or not? Because in simple interest, every year interest will be same. Okay. So rate is always calculated on the principal. So 220 is the interest for 1 year. So what is the principal value here? So 1000 into 100. Okay. So here three zeros get cancelled. Then what is the rate of interest? 22%. Remember, R is always calculated on the principal and R is always per annum only. That's why I'm calculating the 1 year interest. So 440 is the 2 years interest, then 1 year interest is equal to 440 by 2, that is equal to 220. So 220 by 1000 into 100, you will get the rate of interest. Or else, you know the basic formula, from that you have to calculate the R formula, substitute values in that formula, you will get the answer. Okay. Yes. Moving to the next question. Yes, this question related to time and work question. So an air conditioner can cool the hall in 40 minutes while another takes 45 minutes to cool under similar conditions. Here two air conditioners are there. So I'm taking two air conditioners are A and B. So A can cool the hall in 40 minutes and B can cool the hall in 45 minutes. Okay. If both air conditions are switched on at the same instance, then how long will it take to cool the room? This question similar to the A can do a work in 40 days, okay, and B can do the same work in 45 days. If both can work together, see in how many days work can be completed. So what is a shortcut method for this type of questions? So A into B by A plus B. So whenever A is given and B time also given, if they work together, how many days total work is completed means you can use this formula. So product by sum, A into B by A plus B. Okay. Generally, how you can do the time and work questions. So if we solve any question in the time and work, so we need the total work and efficiency. If you apply this method for this question, so definitely it's a time taking because we know the shortcut method for this type of questions. A time is given and B time also given. If both are working together, what is the time required to complete the work? So what is the formula? Product by sum. So 40 into 45 by, so 40 plus 45 that is equal to 85. Okay. Yeah, simplify this one. So 5 nines and this one 5 17s. So 40 into 9 360 by 17. Okay. Yes, 17 twos are 21. Sorry, 17 twos are 34. So 2 carry. So 20 means to 17 ones. If you take a decimal, 3 is the carry, take decimal, that become 30. So again, so 21 point something. So they're asking if it is the options. So 21.1 is very close to the 22 minutes. So what is the time required? Both air conditions are switched on. So 22 minutes are required. So 21 point something. So actually, so how long will it take to cool the room approximately? I think here approximately is missing. So answer for this question, 22 minutes. Remember, so A time is given and B time also given. If work on both, so at what, how many minutes or how many days or how many hours are required means, so product by sum. Let's moving to the next question. An aeroplane an aeroplane flies along the sides of an equilateral triangle. So with the speeds of 300 km per hour, so 200 km per 40 km per hour. The average speed of the plane while flying around the triangle is. So this question is related to time speed distance question and they're asking the average speed. Okay. So you know actually what is the formula for the speed? So speed formula is equal to distance by time. So speed is equal to distance by time. Here I want average speed. So average speed is nothing but so total distance by total time taken. Okay. The average speed is nothing but total distance upon total time taken. So an aeroplane flies along the sides of an equilateral triangle. Okay. So equilateral triangle means you know all the three sides are same. Okay. So what is the speeds given? So here 300 kilometer per hour is given, and here so 200 kilometer per hour is given, and here 240 kilometer per hour is given. Okay. So actually I don't know what is the equilateral side length. So instead of taking x or instead of taking any variable, so I am taking one value. So that value is exactly divisible by the 300, 200 and 240. For sake of a calculation purpose only. If you take any variable, so you have to do the more calculations. That's why. So better to take any value. So that value is exactly divisible by the 300. So 200 and 1240. Okay. So when it is possible means simply take the LCM of the given speeds. So what is the LCM of the given speeds? So forgot about last zero. It means take 30, 20 and 24. So 30 is the highest number. So 30 is not divisible by the remaining numbers. Means 60 also not divisible by the 24. So next multiple 90. So that one also not divisible. 120. So 120 is divisible by the 30. So 20 and 24. But here 300, 200 and 240 is there. That's why I will take one more zero. It means, so what is the LCM of the 300, 200 and 240 is 1200. So I'm taking side of the equilateral triangle is so 1200 kilometers. So take any value, but to avoid the decimal values, I'm taking LCM of the given numbers. If you take LCM of the given numbers, then you will get the integer values. Then see, so what is the total distance here? So total distance means side of equilateral triangle is 1200. So this side is 1200 and this side is 1200. So total is how much? So 3600 by. Okay. So what is the total time taken? 1200 kilometers and speed is 300 kilometer per hour. So distance is 1200 kilometers and speed is 300 kilometers. Then you will get the time or not. So time is nothing but distance by speed. And second side also 1200 kilometers, but speed is how much? So 200 kilometer per hour. And third side also same 1200 kilometers and speed is 240. Then you will get the total time or not. So total distance is 3600. So 1200 by 300 means how much? 4 hours. And 1200 by 200 means how much? 6 hours. And 1200 by 240 means how many hours? 5 hours. Okay. Then total distance is 3600 by total time taken is 15 hours. So simplify that one. So 15 ones. So 15 to the 30 and 6 is the carry. So 15 4 the 60 0. So what is the average speed of the flight means? So 240 kilometer per hour. So instead of 1200, so you will take the x. Finally, you will get the 1200. Sorry, 241. But if you take the values directly, you will get the time 465 like that. Sorry, if you take the value, so you will get the time 465. Okay. And you have to take the exact value that is divisible by the given speeds. Then only you will get the 465. Otherwise, you will get the 4 point something, 6 point something, and 5 point something. So nothing is there in this question. So they're asking the average speed. So average speed is nothing but total distance upon total time taken. So total distance here I'm taken 3600 and total time is 15 hours. So then you will get the average speed that is 240 kilometer per hour. Okay. screen is not visible for me. I think it's your problem. Hope it's clear to everyone. So moving to the next question. Again, LCM question. So what is the smallest square number which is divisible by 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9? What is the smallest square number which is divisible by 4, 5, 6, and 9? You can solve this type of question through options also. I want smallest square. So out of the given options, so all options are perfect squares only. Okay. If you take the 400, so 400 is not divisible by the 9. So 400 is divisible by 2, 4, 5, but is not divisible by the 6 and 9. So you can eliminate the option C. Then what is the least square? So next one is the 900. So 900 is not, yes, sorry. So 900 is exactly divisible by all the numbers. So it is divisible by 2, it is divisible by 4, so it is divisible by 5, it is divisible by 6, and it is divisible by 9. So what is the smallest square number? So which is divisible by 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9 means? So your answer is 900. Okay. So even though 3600 also divisible, but out of the given option, so 900 is the smallest square. So how you can do this? That means what is the procedure? See what is the smallest square which is divisible by. So forget about this square, smallest square. So what is the least number which is divisible by 2, 4, 5, 6 means? So simply take the LCM of the given numbers or not. So what is the LCM of the given numbers? So divisible by is there. So divisible by means so LCM application only. So 2, 4, so 5, 6, and 9. Okay. So 2 is the prime number only. So I'm calculating LCM of these numbers by using method. So again 4 can be written as 2 square. Okay. And 5 is the prime number only. And 6 can be written as 2 into 3. So 9 can be written as 3 square. Okay. Then what is the LCM? So LCM is nothing but here. So take all prime numbers with the highest power. So 2, 2 square, 2. So what is the highest power here? So 2 square is the highest power. Next one. So 3, 3 square, what is the highest power? So 3 square is the highest power. And next we have to 5. So then what is the LCM here? 4 into, so 9 into 5. So that is equal to how much? So 180. So 180 is the least number which is exactly divisible by the 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. But they're not asking the least numbers. What is the smallest square? You know, any number is said to be square means so that number is required 2 times or not. So you can say 2 square is the perfect square or not. So 2 square is nothing but 2 into 2. Okay. And similarly, 3 square are also perfect square. But 5 is not a perfect square. So to make it a perfect square, we have to multiply with 5. 5 is actually not a perfect square. So to make it as a perfect square, I have to multiply with 5. So here already 5 is there. So to make it as a perfect square, I'm multiplying with 5. Okay. So you know already this product 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 is equal to 180. So 180 into 5 is equal to how much? 900. So this is the procedure. So to make any number as I need that number is 2 times. If it's not there, so simply multiply that number. Then that number becomes perfect square. Okay. So answer for this question option D. So you can follow the option verification method. Some exams they will give the fill in the blanks. So on that time definitely. So this method is useful. Yes. Moving to the next question. I think same model question. We have not changed the options. So these are the not options for this question. Okay. So what is the least perfect square? So which is divisible by 24, 30, 60. See, previous question they given small numbers. It means single digit numbers are given. So your option verification easily possible. But here, so 2 digit numbers are given. Okay. So for these numbers, option verification, I think somewhat difficult. So better to follow the procedure. So what is the procedure I said? So divisible by is nothing but LCM application. So first of all, I have to get the given numbers. So 24 is nothing but 8 into 3, but 8 is not a prime number. So 8 can be written as 2 cube into 3. And similarly, so 30 can be written as 6 into 5. Your Vishma, you can take any product of two numbers, 10 into 3, 2 into 15. All possibilities, take it, but check it that two numbers are prime numbers or not. If not, then convert that numbers into prime numbers. So 6 is not a prime number, so 6 is 3 into 5. And next one 60. So 60 can be written as so 10 into 6. But 10 and 6 are not a prime number, so 10 can be written as 2 into 5, and this can be written as 2 into 3. So finally 2 square into 3 into 5. So I want LCM means take all prime numbers. So highest power. So 2 cube is the highest power. So 3, 3, 3. So 3 is the highest power and 5. But they are not asking the least number. So they're asking the what is the least perfect square. So any number is said to be perfect square means that names. So 2 cube is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2 and 3 into 5. So 2 into 2 is a perfect square. So to make 2, 3 and perfect square means have to multiply with so this product as so 2 and 3 and 5. So then only it becomes a perfect square. Okay. So then what is your answer? So 2 into 2 4. So 4 into 2 8. 8 3 is a 24. 24 into 5 120. Okay. So 2 into 3 6. 6 5 is a 30. So 12 into 3 30. Zeros are there. So 3600. So 3600 is a perfect square. So this is least perfect square. So which is exactly divisible by 24, 30 and 60. So 2 into 2 is a perfect square, but 2, 3, 5 is not a perfect square. So to make it as a perfect square, you have to multiply with the 2, 3, 5. So answer for this question 3600. Whatever the options are there here, that options are not related for this question. So answer for this question 3600. Moving to the next question. So simplification question. So what is the value of a comma y in? So what is the expression is given here? So 13 whole to the power of minus 20. So minus a into so 13 whole to the power of 5 is equal to so 168 into so 13 power minus 22. Yes, here all 13s are there. So this one also 13 square, it means close to the 13 square. So written as so 13 square minus 1 or not. So write down like that. So this one is a 13 square minus 1 so into 13 power minus 22 or not. If you multiply 13 power minus 22 into 13 square, so you know a power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. When bases are same, then you have to add the powers. So 13 to minus 22. Okay. And minus 1 into minus 22. Is it or not? So then you will get the 13 minus 20. So minus 1 into so 13 minus 22. So what is the LHS side is there? So 13 minus 20. So minus a into 13 to the power of 5. Then compare LHS side and RHS side. So here also minus 13 minus 20 is their power. So here also 13 minus 20 is their power. So here minus a, here a minus 1 is there. It means what is the value of a? So a is equal to 1 or not. So for this question also options are not related for this question. Options are not related for this question. So a is equal to minus 1. So here 13 is there, here also 13 is there, and y. So y is equal to here minus 22 is there. So what are the values of a and y means 1 comma minus 22. Simplification question this one. If you observe or not, so definitely they will give 1 or 2 questions on simplifications. Okay. So what is the unit digit of the following sum? So in phase 1 training, so number system topic explained from starting to ending. So what are the topics are, what are the concepts are there in the number system? So one of the concept in number system, that is unit digit. Okay. So 1, 2 square, 3 square, 4 to the power of 4 plus 5 to the power of 5 plus 6 to the power of 6. What is a unit digit? First of all, expand this expression. So 1 is nothing but 1 only. Okay. So 2 square nothing but 4 only. So 3 cube is nothing but 1. Want unit digit means 7. So 4 to the power of 4 is nothing but how much? So 256. What is the unit digit? 6 only. So 5 to the power of anything and 6 to the power of anything, unit digit will be same numbers, because so 5 to the power of 5 and 5 square means 25. What is the unit digit? 5 only. And 5 cube means how much? 125. What is the unit digit? 5 only. So similarly, so 5 to the power of 5 means you will get the something value and final unit digit will be 5 will be there. And similarly, 6 to the power digit 6 only. So if you observe 6 to the power of 1 is 6. So 6 square is nothing but 36. So what is the unit digit? 6. So 6 cube is nothing but 216. What is the unit digit? 6 only. Similarly, 6 to the power of 6 means definitely unit digit will be 6 only. So 0, 1, 5 and 6. So 0 to the power of anything, 1 to the power of anything, 5 to the power of anything, 6 to the power of anything, you will get the unit digit same value. Yeah, if you add it all the values, so 1 plus 5 plus 5, 10. So 10 and 12, 22. So 22 plus 7, 29. So I want unit digit. So unit digit is equal to 9. So what is the unit digit of the following sum means your answer is option D. 2, 3, 7 and 8 follows particular pattern, but here 2 square is given, 3 cube is given. Okay. So directly have to calculate that values. Suppose 2 to the power of 72 and 3 to the power of 33, like that values are there. You have to. So next question. If 2 to the power of, sorry, if 2 to the power of 2n minus 1 is equal to 1 by 8 to the power of n minus 1, then what is the value of n? So what is the expression is given here? 2 power of 2n minus 1 is equal to 1 8 power of n minus 1. Yeah. So here 8 power n minus 1. So 8 is nothing but 2 cube or not. So write down like that. So 2n minus 1 is equal. So then it becomes 2 cube. Sorry. Okay. 2 3n minus 1. So 1 by a to the power of m is nothing but, so minus a to the power of m. So a power minus m. I think two question is here. Yeah, here given question is 2 whole to the power of 2n minus 1 is equal to 1 8 power of n minus 1. So bracket is there. Okay. Let's solve it this one. So 2n minus 1 is equal to, so 8 is nothing but 2 and 3n minus 1. So 2n minus 1 is equal to 1 by, so 3n minus 3. So a to the power of m is nothing but, so a power minus m. 1 by a to the power of m is equal to a power minus m. So 2n minus 1 is equal to, so 2 power, so minus 3n plus 3. So minus 3n plus 3. Okay. Then equal the powers. So 2n minus 1 is equal to minus 3n plus 3. So 2n minus 3n. So come this will become what happens? 5n is equal to 4. Then n is equal to 4 by 5. So I think this question is 8, not brackets will be there, 8 power n minus 1 only. So solve that one. I think you will get the answer for this question. Okay, I will solve it. I thought so a to the power of brackets n minus 1. Yeah, see, so 2n minus 1 is equal to, so 8n minus 1. So 2 power n minus 1 is equal to 1 by 3n minus 1. Okay. So 2n minus 1 is equal to, so 2 power, so minus 3n plus 1. Same, then equal the powers. So 2n minus 1 is equal to, so minus 3n plus 1. So 2n plus 3n, so that is equal to 5n, again that 2. So n is equal to 2 by 5. So I think I will check it this question again. So leave it this question. So move to the next question. See, an integer x is saved as unsigned 8-bit number 001011. So what is x? So an integer x is saved as an unsigned 8-bit number. So 00001011. What is x? So what is the number is given here? So 00001011. So this is a binary number. So you know how to convert so binary number to number. Okay. So multiply these numbers with 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 square, 2 cube, and so on like that. So if we multiply like that, so 2 to the power of 0 into 1 plus, so 2 to the power of 1 into 1 plus, so 2 square into 0 plus, and 2 plus, so 2 to the power of into 0. So 0 into something, you will get the 0 only, because so 5th digit, 6th, 7th, 8th, 0 is there. So then calculate this value. So binary number is given. You have to convert that binary number into number. So you know how to convert binary number into number. So 2 power 0 is nothing but 1. 1 into 1, 1. 2 into 1, 2. So 2 cube. 8 into 1, 8. So because 0 into 2 square, 0 only. So 8 plus 2, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. So what is the x value is nothing but 11. So what is the answer for the previous question? What is the exact question this one? So 2n minus 1 is equal to 1, a to the power of n minus 1. Why we take 3600? So that is a perfect square mark. What is a perfect square? That is exactly divisible by the 24, and what is the values are given? 24, 30 and 60. Actually, these options are not related for this. They're asking what is the least perfect square which is exactly divisible by 24, 30 and 60. So any number said to be perfect square means I need that number is 2 times. If you calculate the LCM of 24, 30 and 60, so 2 cube into 3 into 5 is there. So 2 cube is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2 and 3 into 5. So 2 into 2 is a perfect square. So I make 2 into 3 into 5 also perfect square. I will multiply with 2. So then 2 into 2 is a perfect square. Again, I will multiply with 3. So 3 into 3 is a perfect square. So 5 into 5 is a perfect square. So if you will get the 3600. So I need what is the answer for the previous simplification question. So actually, what is the exact question that one? Is there any typing mistake? Yeah. Now check it, voice is clear or not. Yeah, please confirm voice is clear or not. Yeah, students, I'm asking you only. So voice is clear or not? Still you are facing the same type. It means voice is not clear. So voice is breaking. You're facing the same issue again. Okay. So how many zeros are used in writing first 100 whole numbers? Okay. Actually, I'm not explain one question that is a simplification question. Actually, I need exact question of that one. So I will check it once. So leave it that question. I think remaining questions are very simple. Ma. So how many zeros are usually in writing first 100 whole numbers? What is the definition of the whole number? So whole number is the number starting with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on up to infinity. Sorry. So whole numbers are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on infinity. So what is asking how many zeros are usually in writing first 100 whole numbers? It means so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on up to 99. So how many zeros are usually how many zeros are required to write up to 0 to 99? They're asking. So don't consider 100 years because 100 will not be included because it is a 101 whole number, 101 whole number. Okay, so 101 whole number. So because so whole numbers are included from 0. That's why so don't include the 101 whole number. Then how many zeros are there from 0 to 99? So 0, 10, so 20, so 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. So don't include 100. If you include 100, that becomes 101 whole numbers. They're asking first 100 whole numbers only. Okay, how many zeros are there? So 0, 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many zeros are used in writing first 100 whole numbers means 10 zeros are required. Okay. So next question. Shobit bought 300 liters of milk at rupees 19 per liter. Okay. Then what is the cost price of the 300 liters? So cost price of the 300 liters is equal to so 300 into 19. So that is equal to 5,700 rupees. So because 1 liter 19 rupees means then 300 liters into 19, 5,700. He added 200 liters of water to it and sold 400 liters of milk, this milk at 20 per liter. Actually, he has 300 liters of milk and further he added so 200 liters of water. then the total quantity is equal to 500 liters. So out of 500 liters, he sold 400 liters. So 400 into 20. So that is equal to how much? So 8,000. Still, how many liters he have? So 500 minus 400 means 100 liters milk is there. So combination of milk and water. Okay. To the rest, he added 10 liters more water. So further, he added 10 liters more water. Okay. Actually, he has 100 liters of milk and further he added 10 liters more water and then sold it for rupees 15. So now he has 110 liters and sold it for 15. So that is equal to how much? So 11 into 15, 165 and 0 is there means 1650. Next one, using the water that cost rupees 10 per liter. So total how much water you added? So here 200 liters water is added and here 10 liters water is added. So total you added, so 210 liters. So water cost per liter is 10 rupees. Then the 21 liters cost is equal to how much? 2100. So first of all, what is the selling price here? 0569. And you have to subtract 2100 or not. So if you subtract 2100, so 0.55750. Okay. Then the total money earned by the shop. So cost price is 5700 and selling price is 7550. Check it the difference. So 0, 5, 15 minus 7, 8 and 1. So 1850. Option D is the correct answer for this question. So general question this one. So everything is given. So 300 liters cost price is given. Okay. So further he added 200 liters water, then quantity become 500 liters and he sold it 400 liters at 20 rupees. Then the selling price of the 400 liters is equal to 8,000 rupees. Okay. And has 100 liters and further he added 10 liters water, then it becomes 110 liters and sold it for 15 rupees means then the selling price of 110 liters is equal to 1650. Then what is the overall selling price here? So 9650. But uses water, it means mineral water used. So what is the cost price of the mineral water per liter? 10 rupees. So used total 210 liters mineral water. So 210 into 10 that is equal to 2100. Okay. So if we subtract 92100, you will get the 2550. So this is the overall selling price of the milk. Then what is the cost price? 5700. Yes, you get the profit. So profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price. So subtract that value, you will get the 1850. Okay. Yes. So next question. So again, this question also related to profit and loss only. A man bought 400 meters of a cloth for 40,000 and sold it at the rate of 200, 1.5 a meter. So what is percentage of profit or loss? So how to calculate profit percentage and loss percentage? If you have the cost price and if you have the selling price, then compare these two prices, then you know you will get the profit or loss. Okay. So what is given here? So cost price of the 400 meters is equal to how much? 40,000 is given. Then the cost price of the 1 meter is equal to how much? So 40,000 by 400 is equal to rupees. And selling price of the, so 1.5 meters is equal to 200 is given. Then selling price of the 1 meter is equal to how much? So 200 by 1.5. So remove denominator in the decimal and place 0 in the numerator. So 5 3 times 5400. You know 4 by 3 means 1.33. It means you will get, so selling price of the 1 meter is equal to 133.33. So let's check it here. Cost price is 100 rupees and selling price is 133.3. You will get the profit. That profit is how much? 33.33. But profit percentage is always calculated on the cost price into 100. So either profit percentage or loss percentage, both are calculated on the cost price only. Okay. So profit is equal to 33.33 and cost price is equal to 100 into 100. So 100 get cancelled, then the profit percentage is equal to 33.33. Then your answer is option C. So 33% is the profit. Actually 33.33, but option is not there. So 33% is the correct answer for this question. Yeah, so already explained this question in previous papers. So go for I think session 2 or session 3, DXC session 3, I think DXC test 3. Check the we are providing the YouTube links also. Please go through DXC test 3. Okay. Next one. So Mayank is going on a holiday trip. So he want to pack 3 t-shirts from 5 t-shirts he has. So actually he has 5 t-shirts. 5 t-shirts. Out of 5 t-shirts, had to select only 3 t-shirts. So how many ways can possible they're asking. So out of 5, I have to select 3 means. So 5 3 is the answer. So you know NCR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So 5 factorial by, so 5 minus 3 means 2 factorial into 3 factorial. So 5 factorial is nothing but 120. So 2 into 6. So 3 factorial is 6. So how many times? So 10 times is possible. So how many ways he can select means? So 10 ways he can select. Out of 5, he can select 3 t-shirts means 10 ways is possible. Yes, last question for today, probably question. So what is given here? A bag contains orange flavored candies only. Okay. So Malini takes out one candy without looking into the bag. So what is the probability that she takes out only? So what is your answer for this question? So in this question, there are only orange flavored candies in the bag. So there is no chance of getting any other candy. So event of drawing an orange candy is always successful. So answer is 1. The probability of that question is 1 because so only given orange flavored can. You have to choose the orange only. So always successful only. So answer is 1. Is it clear everyone today's session? You have any doubt? Please explain once again milk problem. Thing is there in this question. So Shobit bought 300 liters of milk at 19 per liter. Then the cost price of the 300 liter is equal to how much? So 300 into 19. So that is equal to how much? So 5,700. Okay. Yeah. Next, he added 200 liters of water. Then that what is the total quantity? He bought 300 liters milk and he added so 200 liters water. Then the total quantity is equal to 500 liters or not? Okay. He sold 400 liters of milk at 20 per liter. So out of 500, he sold 400 liters only. At what price? 20 rupees per liter. Then the what is the 400 liters selling price? 8,000. Okay. Still he has 100 liters. Further, he added 10 liters of water. Then what is the total quantity become? 110 liters. So these 110 liters he sold 15 per liter. So then what is the selling price? So 110 into 15 is nothing but 1650. Then what is the overall selling price? So 8,000 plus 1650. So that is equal to how much? So 0 plus 0 0 and 5. So 0 and 6 6 and 8 1 9. 9650. But he used mineral water that cost rupees 10 per liter. So total how many liters water he used? Here 200 liters water is used and here 10 liters water. So total liters used 210. And what is the cost price of the liter per water? 10 rupees. Then what is the overall cost price? 2100. So 9650. This one also that person investment only. You have to subtract that investment from the total selling price. So 9650 minus 2100. Then what you will get? So 0557. Then what is the overall selling price? 7550. And what is the overall cost price? 5700. So subtract 7550 minus 5700. Then you will get the profit because here selling price is more than the cost price. Then you will get the profit. So what is the profit here? So 1850. Option D is the correct answer. So sorry is waiting. So next verbal ability section will be there. So please stay on the line.
Hi guys, is my voice audible? Yes. My voice audible, guys? Hi guys, is my voice audible? Can anyone respond in the chat box? Hello, dear students. Is my voice audible? Can anyone respond? Okay then. Yeah. Welcome to verbal ability class. So today's explanation is the DXC text 6. Okay. Right. Okay, moving to the first question. So you see this first question. I'm not doing anything important. I'm just killing dash time. So what can you? What is the article you can use here? I'm not doing anything important. I'm just killing time. So before time, we don't need to use any article here. So this is blank only, right? A time also we cannot use, and time also we cannot use, and the time also we cannot use. So obviously we can use it as a no article, and that is a perfect option for it, right? So moving to the second question, there was no agreement dash the great powers dash a treaty to ban nuclear weapons. So let us see here what is happening and how it is going on. Let us see. There are no agreement. So here you see many are there. Great powers. Yes is there means more than two or more than one we can say. That means plural form. So we can use here with the great powers with never comes in the first blank. So among there is a chance that among might come here, and between also will not come because between we use only for two people or two things are there we can use, and in also we cannot use here. Okay, so we can use among. Okay, among the first blank is the perfect option is among, and when we use this among is in my science seventh class my English teacher told me there is an owl sitting among the branches of the tree, among the branches of the tree. So among we use many things will be there, and we are talking about one thing about a thing in it. Okay, so many are there, we use among. Two are there, only between we use. Okay, you remember this rule. And the next one, next blank is the great powers on on a treaty to ban nuclear weapons. To ban nuclear weapons. So they just cornered Ukraine for now, but whereas once upon a time during 90s, during 90s Ukraine had it is the third largest nuclear power country. Okay, but by that time, all the countries and all the continents they told that okay, we are there with you. Why do you need to keep nuclear weapons? Okay, better you submit to someone. So they have submitted to Russia, and finally now they started, cornering this Ukraine. That is a problem. Okay, right? Yeah. Moving to the next question. Okay. We live dash the station. So with respect the station, we cannot use. With respect the station, can we use? We cannot use. And this respect also we use. Uh, you know, uh, you sit respectively. That means one by one order is there. They say that respectively. Okay. Or you just sit in your respective seats, respective sheets. Okay. Then we live within the reach of. This might be an answer. Once we'll check the remaining options also. We live within the reach of the station means very close to the station. Okay. Next, without a break. We live without the break. So how can you use break and this phrase at all not suitable here? And within the station, we cannot say within the station. Okay. Complete sentence. Okay. Right. So this is how we have selected option B is the right option. So moving into the fourth question. I brought along a sandwich dash I get hungry. So I bought along a sandwich. That means I'm keeping it as safety or a future purpose. I'm keeping I brought along a sandwich dash I get hungry. So first option, let us see in case we use this. So the meaning of it is actually For suppose if I feel hungry, okay, or for example, or in case, that is what we use, and this is a perfect answer. And unless, when we use unless you work hard, you never qualify in your exam. Okay, unless you work hard, you never pass in the exam. That is how we use unless. Okay, then therefore is it is a result or the conclusion while you are telling about the conclusion. So we use therefore. Okay, yeah. He brought the phone to the exam hall. Therefore, he was disqualified in the exam. Okay, shall be, we cannot use shall be here. There is no meaning at all for this shall be here. Okay, so that's why this is wrong, and this option B also wrong, option C also wrong. Right. So moving to the next question, verbal ability. Change the speech. He said, "I was doing it." He said, "I was doing it." So what he was doing it? Let us see what he was doing it. Right. So this is here. You observe this is a past continuous form. You observe this past continuous form. Okay. So what happens when you want to change this? Obviously, you should. Okay, when you want to change it, you must what is it? Convert that into always the past perfect. Past continuous carries past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous tense. So, what is the formula or what is that? Continuous. What is the formula of this past perfect tense or past perfect continuous tense? So, the formula should be like this. How can you say? Yeah, past perfect tense. I had been writing a letter. That is past continuous form was. Okay, past perfect continuous. This is one of the example of it. And now let us see the question. I was doing it. So what happens here? He said that. Okay, he said that he did it. This is simple past, so this is the wrong one. So simple past is not applicable here. Wrong. So option B, he said that he had been doing it. Yeah, this is the right one. And had is there plus been plus ing form doing it. Here also had is there. See my example. Had is there. Been is there. Last ing form is there. So this is how we connected. Okay, this is the format and remember this. Okay, past continuous converts into past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so next coming to he said that he has done it. So he has done it will not come because of the action was in the past, and that he had done it. No, it also will not come. So finally, the option B is the right one, and hope you understood how that changes have made. Right. So verbal ability, synonym of pensive. So any guesses of this synonym of pensive? Actually, I'm not able to see that chat box or Q&A is not able. I'm not able to get it. Okay, then not an issue. So I'll just go with the explanation and just observe this. Right. Synonym of pensive. Already one day we already spoke about it. It is FAPI also I explained, I believe. So the meaning of it is fat plus happy, and that is shortcut. They made it as FAPI. Okay, FA they have taken from fat, and PPY they have taken from happy. The same thing happens with some other words are there also. I'll just tell you. Brunch, BRUNCH, brunch. So BR taken from breakfast, and UNCH taken from lunch. So this is how they took the form. Okay, you don't forget this. And there is another latest usage is Virushka. We are saying Virushka. That means Virat Kohli plus Anushka. VIR Virat Kohli. Remaining is Anushka. So last, see, first words, first few letters, and second words, last few letters. Total together, we'll get a new word. Okay. The same way this Fappy also they found like that. So now caged. What's the meaning of caged? Means they kept in the jail, or we usually keep in the cage. Lions and all we keep in the cage. That is closed. Okay. And oppressed also, it's all about suppressing on you know keeping someone in the pressure. Okay. And thoughtful is thinking of something. Actually the pensive meaning is thoughtful, and this is the right option. And already one day I already discussed about this. I think so. So this is the answer. So obviously the option A wrong, option B wrong, and option C also wrong, right? So let us move into the next question. So the seventh question. So directions. Read the following carefully and choose the right antonyms from the given below. Okay. So what is the question is saying? You please read the question twice. You should know whether the question is asking about a synonym. See, sometimes they will not give synonym directly. They'll say that appropriate meaning or the same meaning conveying word, you just tell about it. Okay, same meaning they will ask. Sometimes that is all about synonym. Okay, or equal meaning they might say. And for antonyms they directly give antonym, or sometimes no, they will ask about opposite word of this. Okay, you please remember this, read the question, and you should know about what question you are answering, whether synonym or antonym. Let's see Auri. What is this Auri meaning? Just tell me. Auri means not clear. That means a bit confusing, or not clear, like that it comes. Okay, confusing, it comes like confusing, or not clear, like that. And the opposite of Auri is the straight. Okay. And some people, whenever they are talking, they will not talk straight. They will talk in a different manner, or in a clumsy manner, indirectly. They will tell you. So the opposite of Auri is straight. These are all the wrong options. Okay. So Auri, you please remember this word Auri, and that is very useful for you in future. Just a minute, you be online. Okay, fine. So yeah, you can find some other antonyms of Auri also. Like antonym of Auri, you could say, antonym. I'm putting a cross mark and I'm writing it. Antonym of Auri. You can say true. You can say on course. Okay. So these are the antonyms for Auri. Okay. Right. So moving to the next question. Availability. So fill with an appropriate word. How much of an dash World War II have on Europe? Okay. So for these two words, they always have some doubt. That means when we have to use this word affect and effect. So both look same and both almost all we call them as homonyms, and they sound the same. So when you have to use, so affect means this is the cause. This is the cause. Okay, and this is the result. Okay, so uh, heavy rains affected this effect I'm talking about. Heavy rains affected Kerala. Okay, heavy rains affected Kerala. Okay, then what is the result? Okay, the floods, the floods, or the Kerala was affected by the floods. I'm talking about this. Okay, this is the result and this is the cause. You please try to understand. So, yeah, appropriate. How much of an effect? Obviously, for this effect also and we use, and for this effect also and we use. Okay, how much of an effect World War II have on Europe? Okay, effect means the result or the final outcome. Okay, so this one is the result or the outcome, and nobody knows that in World War II how many people died, but Indian soldiers, India contributed almost 2 crore people or 2 crore soldiers we have sent, and most of them they have died, and those who have returned, once they returned, they learned about foreign culture, and they learned to eat frozen food in the sense frozen meat and all. They started they have learned all this, and they started using watch. Before that, Indians never used watch frequently. Then once those soldiers returned, they have contributed to their villages or their own native place with very good education. They have established some kind of schools and all, and they improved all this. Okay, so war means the destruction. I told you yesterday also you have outspoken, and that is how. And affects we cannot make it, and affects also we cannot make it. So you remember, affect means cause, effect means result. Is the best thing you can make it. Right. So moving to the next slide. So look at here. Here, dash the two famous stars from the movie. Uh, yeah. Here, dash. So you see, uh, we are talking about two famous stars. Means more than one. We use it here like plural. Yeah, plural subject. So what can we use? Obviously, the plural verb. So what is the plural verb for come? Come. Plural verb is come only. And the singular verb is comes. This is singular verb and this is plural verb. Okay. Yeah. So here come. Here come the two famous stars from that movie. Okay. Yes. And I always tell you that remember the which is you need to identify whether a singular one and plural one. Once you are able to identify singular and plural, obviously you could easily make it, or you could easily you can say Okay, students, is my voice audible? Guys, can anyone respond me with yes, sir? Hello, is my voice audible? Okay. Is it okay? Manikanta, is it okay now? I just unmuted now. Now is it audible? Someone respond. I just unmuted now. Okay then. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So here we see $20. Usually what we do is 20 is a big number. We feel that it is a plural one, and actually it is not a plural one. Okay. So 20 is we take it as 20 is a one unit only, single unit. Okay. So you remember like that, and also single unit. Sometimes they might give you distance 5 kilometers. Okay, is 5 kilometers uh, very far. Okay, so 5 is a plural number only, I agree. But when you take it as 5 kilometers from one place to another place, this is single unit only. So you take it as a singular one. And whenever you are talking about one-eyed sailor or one-eyed soldier, also we use it as a what we use? A only we use. Try to remember this. A one-eyed soldier or a 100 rupee note. Okay, so A obviously you try to remember this. Okay, and this is very important. Single units only. 100 rupee note, 200 rupee note, whatever comes, it is a single unit only. So next question is the research study is an eye opener and attempts to acquaint us with the problems of poor nations. So let us see how it is happening and attempts. This is a part we need to change, and this part we need to change. So how can we change? The research study in is an eye opener and attempted to acquire. No, it will not come. Attempted will not come. Okay. So obviously the attempts only will come. Attempts should come. Okay. Attempts. Simple present tense. At acquainting. The second one comes acquainting. This part we have to use acquainting. Ing you have to use here. Acquainting us with the problems of poor nations. Okay. And some people they said India is a developing country and always it will be developing. Uh, so now, yeah, moving to the last question, and you get all these questions or this type of questions. Once you practice the n number of questions, or once you read English newspaper, you will be becoming more clear with how can you frame a sentence. Next, we don't know how did the thief made an escape. Okay, we don't know. See here. How did the thief made? Up to this part, we have to, you have to replace. Let us see how the thief did make. You cannot use did make. Okay, this is the wrong one. And the second one, how was the thief made? No, how the thief made an escape? We don't know how the thief made an escape. This one you can use, and this is the right form. And how the thief does make will not come because already it is in the past tense. We cannot make simple present. So past tense is here. So we cannot use this simple present tense here. Okay. So this is also wrong one. And finally, this is the right one. Okay. And see, my dears, here one small clue I want to give you. Yeah, did means did means did is the past form of do, right? You already know that past form of this. Did means the present form, the present form plus Yeah, do plus the present form. Okay. So did comes when you use okay. So did is nothing but see if you say do in the sense in the play we use do and for played we use did. Okay. So why it is coming? Okay. Did means nothing but play plus ed form is uh, did. Ed means nothing but did is here. Okay. That is the thing. Okay. And remember this part very well. And while you are questioning also it is very important. Okay. Present. This is a present form or present questions and this is past questions and for future questions we use a will. Okay, you remember these three. And one more thing I just want to tell you today about how can you write an essay, that means DXC write text pro, how can you write in our portal. Okay, I just want to give you a small demo here now. You just be with me or wait for a while. So meanwhile I just try to log in internet. Okay. So you just click on the code mine so that it will go to. Okay, fine. So placement training. You click on placement training. Hope you can see what I'm trying to say. Can you all see? So now, yeah. Can you see my code mine screen? Can you someone just message me in the chat box? Okay, then fine. So I'm thinking that you can see my screen and you click on this placement training and click on here and they will ask you, username and password. You just give your username and password. Then just log in. Okay, just be online for a while. I'll just consult our development team that he told that he would add here. Okay, in this selection process, somewhere he will add. Okay, that means somewhere in the sense this part, this place, at this place or at this place he will add. The name of that concept is wet, WET, wet. Okay, he will add it. So meanwhile, I'll just give one demo session from my login and my another kind is there. So from there, I'll try to give you. And meanwhile, just be like hold your breath so that I just contact him and I'll ask. I'll just keep you on mute for a while and just be online. Okay, hope you could see, you could listen to me. And look at here, companies. Okay, companies. You could go to companies. Then from there you have one option called WET. WET. Full form of it is a written English test. WET. Written English test. And if you click on it, it will take you to like this. 15 tests are available here. Every page you will have five tests in each page, and everything will be open for you. Okay. So if you want to see, I'll just test one, test two, up to five. Five are in the first page, and five are in the next page. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are in the next page, and the third page consists of again five more are there. Okay. This is how the tests would be, and that will be unlocked. Don't worry. That will be unlocked by today 12:30. It will be unlocked. And now for demo, I'm just taking test 3. I'm taking test 3. Okay, this is very important, and every day you practice. And one more thing you remember, don't practice it as for fun or in a silly manner. Don't do it, because only one attempt. Each test one attempt only. So if you write two tests per day, then it is sufficient for you that for 1 week time you can write for two tests per day. Okay, and make sure you complete all the 15 tests, and don't attempt all the tests one day. And typing, you just be very conscious about right while you are typing. Okay, and here we have enabled everything. We have enabled, that means backspace works, and right arrow works, left arrow works, up arrow, down arrows, everything works. And finally you will get a report also. Okay, so how will you get a report? I'll just show you now, and let us see now. I'm just taking the test of test 3. Okay, so my question is environmental issues. Okay, so what is environment? You can start with environment, and what are environmental issues. So here I just typed something, the environment. See, whatever the button I am pressing here, everything will be calculated, boss. Caps lock on. Okay. Oh. Uh, Present is the environment disturbed in many ways. The human being is responsible for the human being is responsible for the consequences So I'll just type you one of the wrong word here. Technology, technology. That's it. I just typed a mistake, and you see the suggestion also would come. Technology is helping us to reduce. Okay, these are the four sentences I typed, and I'll also type one more sentence, with some mistakes. Okay, so something I just typed something like this. Randomly, I just typed something. Okay, so how you will get the report, and once you submit this test, you will get. See, I'm just submitting it. I clicked on submit. It is submitted. And now you see I took 3 minutes 50 seconds for typing an essay, and it is not limited boss, you can write. Okay, right. Now let us see mistakes. How many mistakes are there? 3 mistakes are there. Grammar mistakes, 0. No grammar mistakes at all. And if you made any grammar mistakes, obviously that also would be shown. That means subject verb agreement or any wrong usage, it could be shown. Spelling mistakes, 3. Word count, 40. Sentence count, 5. Then a paragraph count, I did not give much paragraphs, only in one paragraph I wrote. Backspace I have used 56 times I have used. Okay, so you must be worried about it. Huh? Then arrow keys I used once, I used arrow key. Then delete keys, I haven't used the delete keys. Okay, backspace I have used instead of it, I have used the backspace. And now let us see spelling mistakes. How many spelling mistakes are there? Possible spelling mistakes found. Disturbed. Okay, I typed disturbed. Okay, so disturbed. So this is one wrong. I typed possible spelling mistake found. DSFSK is something they have given, and technology that is missing. Technology is missing. Okay, so possible spelling mistakes. Something else I have given. So they are showing all these. And this is a detailed report, boss. And don't be in a hurry to type too fast, and try to make proper typing, and every day you practice at least one morning one you type, and in the evening one you type before your company comes. Obviously you could finish all the 15 tests. And one more thing, remember clearly, once you have attempted, that's all. Then there is no option for taking the test again, or retake option is not there. So when you are writing, write carefully. Okay, and you do little research on how to write an essay. Yesterday also I've given a lot of tips for you. How can you start an essay, and how can you make it well. By today 12:30 p.m. your test is activated. And also that normal placement test, like you need to write today Capgemini test 2, Capgemini assessment 2. You have to write today, and that test is also activated from 12:30 onwards till 6 p.m. only. Till 6 p.m. You just remind the same thing to your friends, those who are not in the class also, please inform them. Okay, right? So another sir is waiting here to take up the session. So I'm just giving the session to sir. Okay, thank you so much for listening to the class. Bye bye. Take care. Wish you all the best for your wet exam. Right. Bye bye.
For example, I'm going to tell you different types of questions on the stack here. For example, here, one, like this, it is going to be. The data is going to be like this, and here is 3, 4, 10. For example, 10 total 10 characters is there, 10 numbers is there, and that is also in a sorted order. And here we are going to find what is the maximum. If you observe here, the common sequence here, this is the sequence of ones, right? What is the longest sequence here? The longest sequence of the same number. The longest sequence of the same number is 2 here. Sequence is going to be 2 here, and we have to print the sequence. What is the sequence length? The sequence length is the 4, and which element is which element it is? That is going to be 2. The element is 2, and the sequence length is the longest sequence length is 4 here. These are the same question with two different outputs here. Okay, first of all, I'm going to find what is the longest sequence here. Okay, I'm going to write using some stack algorithm. Okay, that is an algorithm. That's it. That is some technique. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to write the technique, and then I'm going to write. For example, I'm going to take an array like that. I'm going to take an array like this. Okay. First of all, if it is one, right, and this is k, for example, it is going to be k is at 0 initially. If it is k is at 0, I'm going to add 1 to here. Okay, I'm going to add 1 to this position. Then I'm going to add, then k is going to be incremented. Then the next value is also the same value, right? The same value. I'm going to put the value here. Okay. And again, the next value is also same value. I'm going to put 1 here. Okay. And k is incremented like this. And then the next value is going to be 2 here. The next value is 2. If you observe it carefully, k value is going to be the new value is going to be 2 here. And what is the value of k here? If you observe, the k value is 3, right? That means the length of the previous one is going to be 3. The length of the previous one is going to be 3. And I'm going to take one more variable that is called, for example, c is equal to 0 initially. And now is c is less than k or not? Then I'm going to modify with 3 here. Okay, the count is going to be 3. There is a new value that is not equal to the k minus 1, right? Then k is automatically goes to 0th position. Then I'm going to add 2 at this position, and again k is moving here like this, and then the next value is 2, and again I'm going to add 2 here. I'm going to add one more 2, and k is moving here, and then the next value is going to be 3 here. If you observe here, the next value is 3. Is 3 and 2 are equal? No. And what is k value? Is c is less than k or not? Yes. Then the count becomes a 4 here. Then the count becomes a 4, and k is going to be 0 again. And k is 0 again. Then again I'm going to put 3 at this, and then k is at this position. And finally I'm going to check again. Is c value is less than k? No. And finally, what is the value in c? The value in c is 4. I'm going to print 4 here. The answer is going to be 4. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Now I am going to implement the logic for this code. Okay. First of all, I have to read the size of the array, and then I'm going to read list of map of print comma input of dot split of. I'm going to read the data here. Okay. Then I'm going to take one more stack. Just observe here, stag is equal to 0. I'm going to take 0 into n. Why I'm taking like that? I'm going to the maximum size of the stack is going to be 10. For example, this is the input and the stack is going to be all values are going to be 0. Length of st. Why I'm taking length here? For example, if all the elements are the same, that is the longest sequence, right? That is the longest sequence. That's why I have to take the stack is equal to the size of the list here. And I'm going to take one more variable that is going to be c. C is equal to 0 here. Okay. Now I'm going to take one more variable that is k. K is equal to 0. This is to maintain the count, and the k is the element to traverse through the stack. Okay. Then I'm going to write for I in data. Okay. I in data. Now I'm going to check here if k is equal to 0. If it is 0, initially I'm going to k is equal to I. That means if the stack is empty value, first of all, I have to insert 1, right? I have to insert 1. And that's why I'm going to write here like this. If it is not equal to 0, if k is not equal to 0, then I have to check. For example, this is the array, right? This is the stack, for example. And here there is 1 and the next value, and k is at this position, and I have to increment k, right? And I have to increment every time. I have to increment k. Irrespective of if and else, I'm going to increment k plus is equal to 1. Okay. Then k is incremented, and k is incremented. And now I'm going to check that the I is at this position. I is at this position. Now I'm going to check with k minus 1 value. If it is else if I is equal to st of k minus 1. st of k minus 1, both are equal. If both are equal, st of k is equal to I. That is also not a big problem, right? That is also not a big problem. Here also I have to increment. Here also I'm going to increment k value. Here also I have to increment k value, right? Here also I'm going to increment k value. Else, that means, for example, 1 is inserted at this position, and again 1 is inserted at this position, and 1 is inserted at this position, right? Now k is looks like this. Okay. Now the next value is going to be 2 here. The next value is going to be 2 here, right? The next value is going to be 2. The next value is going to be 2. If it is 2, then 1 and 2 are not equal. Then what I have to do? I have to modify the k value to 0, right? I have to modify the k value to 0, and I have to insert there only. Then I'm going to write here k becomes 0, and st of k is equal to I. I'm going to modify like this. I have to modify like this. Okay. And every time I'm going to check that, I'm going to check here if C is less than K. If C is less than K, immediately I'm going to take like this. Immediately I'm going to convert like this if C is less than K, and finally I'm going to print here C. That's it, nothing else. If I'm going to execute, if this is the input and the output is going to be 3, but that is not 3, that is to be 4. Something is missing here, I think. Okay, I will check it once again. If I is equal to st of k minus 1, both are equal, then st of I is equal to k and k plus plus. Here is the mistake. This is the input and this is the output here. Why? Because a simple mistake is there. Why? Because here I'm modifying the k value, right? Here I'm modifying the k value. That's why the k value is not greater than c and it is not going for the last index. That's why here when you are assigning that, we have to take like this. C is less than k. If c is less than k, I have to write c is equal to k plus 1 always. That is the answer here. For example, if I'm going to execute it, and a simple problem is there here. I'm going to write 3 is for 5 times. The answer is going to be 4 only here. That is the mistake here. Just observe here. That's why here, if the last value, only the last thing is going to be, that is the bigger array. That is the problem here. Now I am going to overcome that. Here I am not going to write. Before this, I am going to write if k is greater than c. I'm writing the same thing. And c is equal to k. I'm going to write here. And if I'm going to execute the same problem only, again the same problem only. If you observe here, the c is not going to be like this and plus 1. I'm going to write. Okay, if I'm going to execute it here also. Okay, it is also 4, not a problem. I'm going to execute. It is this one. And here it is working, but if the last statement, if the last value has more than that is the bigger one, I have to come out of this loop. I am going to check that again. If k is greater than c, again out of the loop, and I'm going to write c is equal to k here. C is equal to k. If I'm going to execute now with this example, just what it is happening again, k plus 1, again it is going to be k plus 1 only. Again, it is going to be k plus 1 is missing. It is missing. Right. Print k here. Print of k. Here it is going to be 0. It is going to be 3. It is going to be 3. It is going to be 0. K becomes. Here I am going to print one more thing, that is comma st. Comma st I am going to print. All the values 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, but it is not going for this value, right? Yeah. If I'm going to execute is 10, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, right? It will be 2 and 2 again. It is not working here. Yeah, okay. Why it is not going for the next value? Print of I comma st of k minus 1. First value is going to be 0. Normally it is going with 0 here. Okay, that is missing here. I'm going to increment this value. That is missing. I'm going to put the value at k, right? I'm going to put the value at k, and here there is no need of these things. And I'm going to write like this. If I'm going to execute it. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yes, it's working now. I'm going to write every time. I'm going to write here. If c is less than k, then c is equal to k. For example, here if this is the input and the output is going to be 4, and again I'm going to execute it. If it is going to be 2 more 3s, again the answer is going to be 4. Again I'm coming out of this and I'm going to check if c is less than k, c is equal to k. Then If you observe here, now it is going to be 5. Now it is going to be 5. A small mistake when I'm writing here. If it is 0, I have to put the value in 0th value. Then I have to increment the k value. I'm missing the incrementation here. That is the mistake. Okay. Just observe the code here. Just observe the code, everyone. Okay. Here I am reading the length of the array and I'm reading the array values. And I'm taking one stag here. I'm taking one stag here. And here I'm going to take two values, C and 0, C and K. C is equal to 0 and K is equal to 0. Here C is the count variable. And here K is the value for stag index. Okay. If it is initially at 0, I'm just simply I'm going to add the value to the stack. That's it, nothing else. Okay. But here, when I'm going to check here, the coming value and the stack previous value both are same. But that means, for example, the coming value is 1 and the stack previous value is going to be 1. Both are same. I'm going to add 1 like this. Okay. For example, the coming value is 2. For example, the coming value is going to be 2 now. That means this is not true and this is also not true, and it is coming to this position. And I have to maintain what is the count, right? I have to maintain the count. That's why I'm going to write both are not equal, right? What is the count of 1 here? That is going to be 2. That's why here, if it is bigger count, then only I'm going to take that. If C is less than K, then only I'm going to take C is equal to K. I'm going to update. And then I'm going to delete these values. That's why I'm going to turn K to 0 here. And I have to put 2 into the stack. And K is going to be incremented for the next position. Okay, clear everyone? What I'm writing here. Is it clear? If I'm going to execute, for example, it is going to be 5 elements. For example, only the values, all values are going to be 1 only. The answer is going to be 5 here. All are same. If all are same. Okay. If it is going to be 2 are like this and 3, it is going to be like this. 6 elements, right? And what is the longest one? That is going to be 3. And the count is going to be 3 here. In this way, we are going to find what is the longest sequence count. What is the longest sequence count? In this way, I'm going to find. Is it clear? Here, the array length is, we are not working on n, right? That's why I'm writing like that. For example, here when I'm writing this, I'm taking 10 only, but I'm giving here 12 variables, right? I'm taking 12 variables. That is not a big problem in Python, especially in Python. Why? Because I'm not writing the logic on n, right? That's why I'm writing like that. But we have to take only 12 and not a 10. Okay. I'm not writing anything on the n here, right? That's why it is working perfectly. If we are writing n, that is a big mistake. Okay. Yes, yes. And then we have to find what is the variable, what is that variable exactly I'm going to take. What is that variable I have to write here? Instead of writing, for example, num is equal to 0 initially. And I'm going to write num is equal to I. Num is equal to I, and coming to this position, num is equal to st of k minus 1. I have to maintain like that. And here also I'm going to write the same thing. Num is equal to st of k minus 1. Here the last value rate, not a problem. And instead of writing that, what is the variable here? That's it. For example, at this position, 5 is the sequence count and 1 is the number. At this, 3 is the sequence count and 3 is the number. And here, 5 is the sequence count and 3 is the number. Right? In this way, I'm going to find, I'm just simply modifying the value, right? I have to maintain this and this to maintain the count. And what is that number? Clear? And at this logic here, for example, there are 5 values. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I will write one more example here. The question is going to be, for example, 10. And here 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and 1, 4. That means, if you observe here carefully, 3 patterns, 3 variables are at same length, right? For example, if you write like this, 3 is the maximum and 3 is the maximum count and 1 is that number. 1 is that such type of number, right? But here, if it is asking the lowest value, that is not a problem. It is coming normally. But here it is asking that, yes, we have to find what is the maximum length. No doubt about that. But if there are so many numbers are there, what is the biggest number I have to display? I have to write what is the biggest number here? 3, right? The number is 3. The count is also 3 and the number is also 3. That means 2, 1, 2, 3, both, all the 3 are at same distance, but 3 is the maximum number, right? 3 is the maximum number. Then I'm going to convert the logic is equal to, just simply I'm going to add here is equal to symbol. That's it, nothing else. Just simply we have to add, that's it, nothing else, is equal to, then I'm going to write like this, 3 and 3. Clear everyone, what I'm writing? Okay. And one more question. And here, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Longest increasing sequence. The question is going to be longest increasing sequence in an array. What is the longest increasing sequence? If you observe carefully, this is the longest increasing sequence. This is the longest increasing sequence is 4 here. After 4, there is a small value that is going to be 3. 3, 5, 6 is the longest sequence again. Then again a small value that is 3, 2, 1. This is going to be 4. The first one is the index. The sequence count is 4, then 3, and then 3. What is the maximum one? That is 4 here. We have to tell that maximum count is going to be 4 here. Longest increasing sequence in an array. Okay. For this also, I am going to write the same thing again. I'm going to write the same logic again. I'm reading the n value, I'm reading the data, and I'm maintaining the stack again. And I have, for the stack, I'm going to take k is equal to 0 initially. And then I'm writing a loop here for I in data, if k is equal to 0, just simply I'm going to write k, if stack of k is equal to I, that is not a problem, and k plus is equal to 1, else if I is less than I is less than or equal to, if it is the same also, we have to maintain some increment formula. If it is I is less than equal to st of k minus 1, for example. That means in the stack, the value is going to be 1 and the coming value is going to be 2, right? That means if it is like this, if it is true, then also I have to increment st of k is equal to I only, and I have to increment k plus is equal to 1. I have to add like this. And I have to take one more variable, that is for count variable. If it is else, that means here already the pattern is going to be 1, 2 and 3. And the next value is a smaller value than the previous value. Then I have to, this is the only increment, right? This is the only increasing sequence. Now this is going to be the fresh value. That's why here I am going to write here if again the same logic, if c is less than k, if c is less than k, c is equal to k, and then I'm going to modify the value k is equal to 0, k is equal to 0, then st of k, then st of k is equal to I, and k plus is equal to 1. I'm writing every time k is equal to plus 1. That's why I'm going to write outside of that, and I'm going to delete here and here. Here and here. And finally coming out of this, I'm going to check it again like this. If c is less than k, again I'm going to write c is equal to k. That is the increment. Why I'm writing the last one? If the increment sequence is at last. If the increment sequence is at last, and we have to write it again, and I'm going to print here as a C here. For example, if this is the input, if I'm going to execute it, just observe here, that is going to be 4. The increasing sequence is 4. For example, again I'm going to execute, if it is a 10, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 4. How many values? 6 values, right? And then again, it is going to be 2. Something is missing here. Here it is observing, and I have to maintain k is equal to 0, st of k is equal to I, then k plus is equal to 1. Something is missing. If this is the input, it's 2 only. C is less than k, c is equal to k. K is equal to 0, st of k is equal to I here, then k is incrementing for every time. If I is less than equal to, that means this is bigger. No, I'm writing. It is greater than equal to, sorry for that. It is greater than equal to, now I think that is going to be 4. That is going to be 4. The last values, if the list has the last increment value is there, just simply we have to add like this. If I value, the coming value is greater than the previous value, then I have to add. Clear everyone? What I'm writing? This is the program for largest increasing sequence. Is it clear everyone? Yes. Just practice the questions. I will ask one on the development team, and I'm going to enable is it possible to enable the skill up quadra or not? Then definitely I will go to initialize to you. Okay guys, bye everyone.